breaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Mike 51. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ian. Season. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one of the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And some room to work. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line. 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Ryan Kerrigan have his 15th sack of the campaign.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Check the backer, check the backer. Move.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the 2-point conversion coming up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Rosen will throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback in those times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Room to run past midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 59 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephen Weatherly in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The Vikings take over first and 10 At their own
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the third sack this
puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Check your hot read.
And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Keep it flat. Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They run with Geis, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charlie. And his first carry, he loses the football. Into the Redskins, have it, they do. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
On 1st down, this is Geis, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Geis. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventionals.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys continue to pour it on. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Hey, alert, alert. Showing it.
To try again after the sack. Rosen, and he's going to go down again. Ryan. 17 now on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum, and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Play action. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Now it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephen Weatherly racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Hey, alert, alert. Alert, alert, alert. Hey, exit.
Hey, switch.
On play action, Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has been very disruptive.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 4th down, here's Rosen. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Montez Sweat. for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Middle. Monday. Hey. High 7.
Here's Rosen. He's got Smith here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Record.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 52.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense. Has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Tonight.
52.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
No.
Monday.
Hey.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Set, ready. 10, go on. 54, Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Tomadop Hecko racks up the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever they will. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rosen. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Well, run on first down. Sheffield. And he's got it across the midfield, striping into Washington territory. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rosen to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's Matt Weil now. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got 3,
Hey, echo.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hug.
Now Rosen. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, orbit.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And a Redskin first down.
Let's go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Set. 54 Mike.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, got the field, defense. Explain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
54. 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. On deck, punt. 2-6. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Target. Short. One set. Check, Mike.
Haskins on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Monday.
They go play action here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a first down on a gain of 10. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10. And he loses the football the second time. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now Geis try to get to the outside. And no room to maneuver.
Rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 3, get to 6. Pull it. High.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Rosen will throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to get a score back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their Schools Fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
This is Geis. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
54. There's a party now.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll work it in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just fourth quarter. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Geis. Losing yardage back to the 16. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. 2nd down and goal. Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Go. Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Hey, watch that. Run it.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Kill.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this one complete to Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. On 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Check.
24-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this. You know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
4th down. Here's Rosen. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Play action. Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the ends. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officials.